Would you believe me if I told you I shot even on the front 9 out here at Idlewild? Welcome to the back 9 out here at Idlewild of the Breaking 70 series. So before we're gonna jump into all the holes here on the back 9 out here at Idlewild, I'm gonna give you guys a quick score recap of what's going on. So right now we are even through the front 9 holes going into the back 9. That is super huge to try and break that 70 score that we're looking for. We took 2 bogeys and got 2 birdies out on the front, which is huge. But we're gonna head into hole 10 here and start out with a pretty difficult par 3. First hole here out at the back 9 at Idlewild, hole 10, 368 feet, par 3. Directly uphill. I'm gonna have to take an understable distance driver here and try and flip this thing up and just let it glide up there as far as we can. If we can get close to the basket, I've been in a position before to have a jump putt at the basket, so if we can do that again here, that'll be ideal to start out this round. Dang it, hit one of those initial trees. Thank you all so much for tuning in here to the Breaking 70 series out at Idlewild. I hope you all enjoyed checking out the front 9. I had an absolute blast out here. This has been by far my best starting point here at Idlewild. Normally I'm not shooting as well as I have out here. I think sometimes when I take a break from disc golf, since I haven't played in a couple weeks now, it really helps improve my game. But we're gonna take a look and see, not the ideal drive here we wanted on hole 10, gonna be out in the rough, but should be able to get up and down here for a par. A lot of little trees here. I'm gonna try and shape a shot here with the Raptor and just get something really close so we can walk away with a par here on the first hole. Get up there, skip up there. Nice, definitely have a putt for par there. There we go. Take a par to start out. Stoked to get that par there on hole 10. We're gonna move on to hole 11 here. This is one of the iconic ace holes out here at Idlewild. It's gonna be hole 11, 228 feet, par 3. We're definitely looking to get a birdie here. That would put us at 1 down if we can convert on the birdie here, giving us a really, really good start to this back 9. Gonna take my 4 times buzz here, just try and get something close to the basket. That was such a fortunate tree kick there. It kicked off the tree back towards the basket. We're gonna be right in front of the wall there. It's gonna be an interesting putt, but we should be able to pick up a birdie there. Oh my goodness. Dirty putt. On to hole 12 after that dirty putt there, getting the birdie there on 11, which is huge. We're gonna be 1 down heading into hole 12 now. This is gonna be a par 4, 644 feet. Crazy, crazy hole, but I really enjoy playing this one. We're gonna try and just pump something down there with a forehand, get something in the fairway for a nice second shot here. Hopefully that sat down and didn't kick off to the right too much. Well, we ended up in an ideal spot, very middle of the fairway. We're gonna have a nice look to get down towards the basket now. Really stoked on that captain's Raptor shot. All right, gonna take the Big Z Mantis here. Basket's tucked on the left side. Got a very fortunate tree kick there, just off in the middle. We'll have a good look at a par there. And that'll be okay. Should be able to get a par from there. There we go, another par. Staying on good pace here. On to hole 13 here, 472 feet, par 4. One of the most unique tee shots, I would have to say, on the Pro Tour, just because you have to go through this like V-Mando tree here, just push something through there. We're gonna try and pump something down there. Pretty equivalent to what the pros do, something straight with a little bit of fade at the end. Gonna take the Proto Kong here, just have this thing push through as far as I can with a little bit of fade towards the end. Hopefully that sat down. I made it through the initial Mando, but it looked like it faded quite a bit. If it's sat, it'll be fine, but there is OB water over on that side. Made it down here. We actually ended up right here, which is basket's just over there, probably like about 100 feet. Missed all this OB that comes through here. Really stoked on this shot. Not great at all. Gonna have a tough putt there. Definitely a makeable putt for a birdie here. Gave it a run. Take a par there. Man, I really wanted that birdie there. Should have had a better second shot though. To start this breaking series out at Idlewild, I really thought I was gonna get broken, so to say, just because of how difficult this course is. We're playing really well out here, so going forward, the next courses that we end up doing the breaking series at, we're gonna have to shoot really, really well, because around this area, it does not get much harder than what we're playing right now. Idlewild right now is in really, really good condition. Grass is a little tall, but it's not fully grown in yet, but everything's starting to come in and it looks very, very good out here. Super stoked to be out here doing the break-in series here. 1 down through 13 holes here. We're moving on to hole 14. This thing is 556 feet, par 4. You have to absolutely peer this gap that's coming up here. We're gonna take a forehand and just try and pump something down there as far as we can. Hopefully hit this initial gap. Turned it over a little bit too much. It's gonna be off in that left side. Hopefully it's not too far off to the left though. Not a terrible spot, not a great spot. I think we're unfortunately probably going to have to play this one for par at best now, just because of where our lie currently is, which I'm all right with. That tee shot wasn't that great. Then I'll probably have to pitch something out there, just get it out in the open so we can have a nice easy par here. Wow, I did exactly what I wanted to do there. That happens maybe 3 times around, so there's one of the 3. That was a great skip shot there. I think we can just jump putt this to the basket, clean up the par, if not, give it a run. A little shorter than I would have liked, but that's all right, we'll be able to clean that up. Alrighty, still staying on pace here. That's really good. But we are still 1 down after that par there on hole 14. We're about to head into hole 15 here. One of the hardest, I think the hardest hole here out on the course, especially for myself. This thing is super uphill. Hole 15, par 4, 487 feet, directly uphill. Like, this tee shot is so uphill. It is so difficult. This is one of the toughest shots for me whenever I come out here. You really just want to hit this initial gap, get something up there, and have a second shot. I will more than likely be playing this for par just because it is so difficult. I have never been close to birdieing this. If we get in the opportunity of birdieing this, especially during the breaking series that we're filming out here today, I would be absolutely stoked. But right now we're gonna shoot for a par here. I'm going to take a very understable disc. This is the Katrina Allen Proto Vortex. This thing is super flippy. It should be able to flip up to flat and hopefully not ride over to the right, kick off into the rough. I just want something to pretty much get up this hill and just sit somewhere so that we have an easy second shot. Oh my gosh. You know how I said I usually do 3 things perfect out here? Well, that's the second one. That is by far my best drive that I've ever had on this hole. I will definitely be throwing that disc from now on off this tee pad. Well, like I said, this is by far my best drive ever on this hole. We really need to have a good second shot to make this first shot worth it. So we're gonna try and pump a Raptor through this gap here and off to the right side where the basket's at. Yep. Nice. Definitely have a look at the basket there. One thing this series has taught me so far is really being comfortable with discs, making the correct shot selections out here and throwing discs that you're very comfortable with. That's what I've tried to do so far. We're gonna take a look and see where this Raptor ended up. Possibly have some sort of look at a birdie putt here, which would be huge. Well, we're in a pretty unfortunate spot right here. We have a look at the basket. I'm a little far away. I definitely can't jump putt it there, so we're just gonna throw a putter at it. Nice. Good roll towards the basket there too. Pick up a par here on the hardest hole out here for me. Man, I am so stoked on that par. That is so sweet. I rarely par that out here. All right, folks, we are still 1 down through 15 holes out here at Idlewild. We are on great pace right here to break 70. We're gonna move on to the iconic hole 16, the bomber hole out here at Idlewild. Let's jump into hole 16. All right, hole 16, par 4, 969 feet. It's showing on the sign right there. This is an absolute bomber. You're really just gonna wanna have a couple good placement shots out there to get yourself into position for a birdie look down the hill, way down there. We're gonna start out with the Zeus here. Just pump this thing out there, try to get some distance on this thing. Nice, that's right in the middle of the fairway, right where we want to be. Well, my distance is definitely improving. I normally don't make it this far. I bushnelled it back. It was about 350 that I threw it on the backhand, which normally I'm not getting that distance. So looks like we're improving a little bit here this year already, which is super cool to see. There is a little bit of a tailwind out here. So I'm gonna take the prototype Hades and put this thing on a little hyzer and hopefully pop it up to flat and get a decent bit of distance. We still got a bit of ways to go down to the hill down there. We'll take it. I didn't get a lot on that, but it's in the fairway. That is on the green. I just drove that thing onto the green. Oh my God, let's go. Let's go. That disc that I threw there was the Big Z Mantis from the new Ledgestone run with Missy Gannon. That thing went dead straight and skipped off the right side of the green and just landed directly on the left side of the green there. Let's go, I'm super stoked on that. Skipped off the right side of the green right here and then just skipped right over to there. I can't even believe that. That was like a 375 foot downhill shot that I just hit with that Big Z Mantis. Let's go. This thing is so sweet. Look at that stamp on there. It's so sick. Let's go. I'm so stoked on that. So I want to make a quick correction. According to UDisc, hole 16 out here at Idlewild is a par 5. We were actually able to birdie hole 16 out here at Idlewild, which is absolutely huge. I have never birdied that hole before, man. Are we really having a round here today? We are by far on pace to break 70 out here. Right now we are 2 down going into hole 17. This hole has tons and tons of OB, but I am super stoked to play this one. Let's jump into hole 17 here. Hole 17, par 3, 288 feet. There is winding OB through this entire thing. Gonna take the new Tour Series Swirly ESP Buzz SS. Gonna try and throw this thing just on a little bit of hyzer, let it flip up to flat and just ride straight. Hopefully stay out of the OB. I don't think that's OB, but we're definitely safe and not in any type of water or anything like that. Sure, if this is out of bounds. Basket is right there. My disc is right there. I'm just gonna play it as we made it in bounds right there. If it does change, or if you guys know that if it's out of bounds or not, then you can let me know in the comments down below, but we're gonna play it as just the opportunity for a birdie here. All right, we'll pick up the par there. All right, there's another par. 2 down still, 1 to go. All right, folks, this is the final hole. Hole 18, par 4, 650 feet out here at Idlewild. You ideally want something that's gonna go pretty straight throughout this fairway. Gonna go with the Tour Series Buzz SS here. Just throw this thing pretty hard so it just flies dead straight for me. Just lands in the middle of the fairway so that we have an easy second shot there. All right, hopefully that's not too pinched off. We'll have to see when we get up there. We ended up in a decent spot. We have a pretty good look at the out up there. We really just want something to push through this gap and get out into the open. That was the best shot of the day. Oh my gosh, I love that DGA Vortex that Katrina Allen has made with them. That thing popped up to flat and rode so nice. Just got a nice easy approach left. Perfect. Wow, what a round. What an absolutely amazing round here today. I am so stoked to be playing this well at the beginning of this season. That is going to wrap up the Breaking 70 out at Idlewild. Man, like I've said many times already, what a round that we had out here today. This has been absolutely amazing, especially for the start of the season out here and getting back into the grind here on YouTube. Our score at the end of the round here was -2, and that is a 65, putting us 5 under what we wanted to shoot out here today of the 70. I think the things that really helped me out the most here today was relying heavily on my second shots and having good approaches towards the basket and just overall second shots to put ourselves in position to get the pars out here or to get the birdies when we had the opportunities to. Putting is also feeling really good since I switched over to the different putting stance this year. I hope you all enjoyed this new series that we're going to be bringing to the channel out here. Make sure that you leave a like down below if you did enjoy the video. Let me know in the comment section down below where you'd like to see me do a breaking series next. Make sure that you hit that subscribe button because we're going to be bringing you more videos. Thanks again, and we will see you in the next one.